Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I am Mike.
And today, Subscriber Sample Saturday. What are we doing today for Subscriber Sample Saturday? It is brought to you by Papa G.
Thank you, Papa G.
Thank you, Papa G, for sending this in. This happens to be Sample G, in case you're keeping track at home.
G for G.
So
it's a very dark sample.
it is a very good-looking sample on this. So speaking of that, what we do on Blind Sample Saturday, one of you awesome subscribers send us in this sample.
Awesome.
We try to guess type, we try to guess proof, we try to guess whether it's finished or not. And then we'll throw out a price we'll be liking to pay and ultimately grade it before we even know what it is. And it's very hard to do, but it's a lot of fun, actually.
It is very hard.
It is. So
actually, when I just did that, there was already an aroma from there. So
try to get it on the glass
because this is actually very nice.
We gotta be careful with these because if they're
mini sippers.
Yeah, you gotta try to pace yourself. That's the only thing that really hurts is proof because you can't really get that good sip in to try to guess the proof for me. But
I'm gonna say, I like the nose right now.
Right. There's a fruity aspect in the front of this one,
but still bourbon-esque.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sipping.
I know. I'm trying to get as much of the smell in as I can. I got like one toe in the Buffalo Trace land right now. I haven't tasted it yet. Just on the nose, like it's almost bringing me a hint of that fruity butterscotch. It might change, but just on the nose, giving me a hint of that.
There's almost like a light cinnamon-esque flavor at the end of this one. Like right before you swallow, it was like a cinnamon-esque a little bit.
Oh, I don't think it's proofy, though.
I don't think that's a word, but...
No.
Yeah, is this another,
I'm going to let you keep saying it, but yeah, I don't think it's a word either.
Is this another hidden rye?
I don't know.
Because it did pretty good numbing. Like
I took such a baby sip.
I did, but
it's trying to do.
Still,
and I rolled it around the best I could, but I don't know.
It did a pretty good numbing land.
It didn't really bring me. Man, I am really leaning towards Buffalo Trace, and I hope I just didn't put that in my head and I can't get away with it.
Get it out?
Yeah, sometimes I do that. When I lock in, and I keep saying don't lock in.
It doesn't sit in my throat though, so I may have to agree with you on. It's not carrying heavy proof, but it's carrying a good amount of flavor. And it's just another one of them that it just oozes off your tongue with drizzles of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this is a rye.
I don't know if it's a rye.
It has all bourbon notes, but we just did one a couple days ago or whatever. And they were both ryes.
Yeah, but Jack masks their ryes though. And you're talking about that one?
Yeah. But we've still done a few that's happened.
Mm-hmm. You got to catch the cooling sensation on Jack. It's not really a mint in any way.
Well, there's no mint really right now either, but it just gives that huge numbness. It's got a pretty good nose.
Man, I hate when I do this. I should have kept my mouth shut. I threw out Buffalo Trace, and I can't get off that distillery. It really bringing me to a lot of that flavor. It's not bringing with a proof. I wonder if they have. I mean, I'm sure they have all kinds of special ones. Something he might have been able to get, like a store pick down in. No, I don't think it's a Blanton's because that was actually hot, wasn't it?
I'm just trying to go through the list of
I
what's
don't know.
there.
It might not even be Buffalo Trace, so don't let me talk you into it. It's really bringing me that fruity butterscotch.
It has a pretty nice nose.
Yeah, it's bringing me that fruity butterscotch flavor. That's why in the nose. Man, it's not. It's good. Whatever I'm drinking.
I don't think we're over 100 though.
Mm-mm. No, because I'm with you. I was thinking in my head like 92, 94.
I may go back to you with that because I don't think we're definitely not over 100.
Yeah. Yeah,
it just has a pretty good Baby Orgeat effect numbness when you swish it.
Right.
Which would lead me, I don't know.
Isn't that what Blanton's is, anyways? A regular Blanton's, isn't it only like 93? Isn't that what Blanton's is? I'm trying to think.
Well, except for the
Again, get off of Buffalo
remember the
Trace.
barrel pick we had? That was
Yeah, no,
that was up there.
that was straight from the barrel though,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
was like
yeah.
127. But yeah,
Get the terms right.
yeah. Well, no, that's what it was
It-
called.
it was-
Blanton
it
straight
was
from
that.
the barrel.
It was,
yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah. No, that one was hot. I think the gold, for whatever reason, I think was like 103. We've never had it, but I think someone sent in a sample at one point, like that Blanton's gold.
What if it was like an eel rare? Would that be?
That's only 90.
And
90.
It's a 12.
What do you mean? It's a
The
10
Eagle-
year.
No, they have a 12 or a 15.
They have a 17, but that's part of the Buffalo Trace antique collection. So
I know it's up there. It's a very.
I'm
rare-
hoping it's
very
not
rare-
that one because
very rare
this isn't lighting me up like whiskey of the year, and
Yeah,
that
but
would be.
I like the taste. And the nose is okay.
No, I know, but that should be like it's like when we drank the George T. Stag and it just stayed for days.
No.
It doesn't have that kind of a hang time. Or
I
anything
agree with
like
you
that.
on that. And it's not huge oak either.
No. So I'm
It just has it seems to have a higher rye because it has
Okay.
a pretty good sparkle with it.
man. It might not even be Buffalo Trace. And again, you guys are going to see what it is because I try to get a picture and you'll see the thumbnail, but we're totally in the dark.
Mhm.
I'm going to go bourbon. I kind of narrowing that one down.
If it is, it's a high rye bourbon. I'm not getting a mint, but it's got a pretty good baby orgeat effect.
I'm only going 94.
I
I don't
was
think
gonna-
this
I-
drink's hot at all.
No, it's just got the numbing effect. So I'm probably 92.
I don't think it's finished either. It has a nice fruity aspect to it, but that's
Yeah,
the tricky
it's no
one.
crazy oak.
No,
So I don't think it's aged forever.
no.
It's tasty, but there's no rye in it. It's kind of the same flavor from start to finish.
Which
The
reminds me of that Buffalo
That
Trace
cinnamon esque kind of went away.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was using a cinnamon esque because of the numbness, because of that sparkle in the end.
right.
Because when you do a cinnamon candy, the hard candies
Mhm.
that tends to numb it like that. So maybe that's where I was getting that light flavor.
Where are you for price? Not what you think he paid for it, because
No, no.
it's not drinking special to me in
It's-
any way.
If it's over 60, it's a bummer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, being that it might be a specialty bottle,
That's
it could be like I would be okay with $59.99 was my number.
This
actually,
kind of falls into
But-
the Shanks,
I can see it being a lot more,
at it. I agree
Yeah.
with you there.
but
Then
based
it would be one if we've never done and it was up there, we would probably get it to try it. But
right.
again, it's better if I shop without glasses, because if I seen it was only 90, 92 and
Yeah.
then I paid 120, even my wife was like, well, really, that's what you're doing? But
Right.
it's okay. But it's not, I agree with you. It's not really like run out and go grab this one.
I'll be shocked.
Nose is pretty good.
I'll be shocked if this isn't a Buffalo Trace. I really will, because it really has that flavor. The only other one, and I can't think of it, it's not Woodinville. We had it right here, and it was a weeded one that we had, and it was in a, I can't think of what it was in a yellow bottle, and we did a bottle and bond from them, and they have a big display of them. But that brought the butterscotch flavor too, but it wasn't as fruity
We did have a few of them.
And I
that
can't
brought in the
remember.
butterscotch, but
on there. But grade,
honest for me, I'm kind of like a B plus, maybe.
that's exactly where I was. Because you know what, we've done a few of the other ones that I was bordering on A minus. I don't know if it would hang with like the Bullet or the other one that we just did.
And again,
in a
if this
blind.
is 120, 160, then I may even be down to a B.
Right.
because
So
it's-
I was more like a BB plus. So where you said B plus, I was kind of on it. There's nothing bad about
there
it,
isn't.
but there's not a wow factor either.
And if
Like,
it's
not a
cheaper,
wild
then the
ride.
B plus is decent.
Yeah.
You know, if it's only like a $30 bottle, then I'd be much happier. But we'll see.
It kind of reminds me. I just recently did some damage to the Ancient Age, and it's kind of bringing me in that same range.
I
with-
noticed
with
you
the-
just tried that the other day.
Yeah, I buried it, so that'll be in our future. Yeah, the regret. It just goes down so
I don't
easy.
see it
on
over
it.
there.
It's right here. It's not done yet. I leave it for my drinking
one,
tonight.
one sip left.
Again, Papa G, sorry if this one's an elite one. This just isn't giving that wow factor that sometimes
nose
you
wise,
get out of
it's
it.
way better in the nose than any flavors. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, because it's not giving that
No,
crazy wild
it's not.
ride or anything like that on there. So,
Nice typed out. Nice
wow.
evaluation.
So we did one of these a long time ago, but this is the Old Charter Oak. It's a French oak. It's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey from Buffalo Trace. So there you go. So that makes sense. I'm getting that Buffalo Trace flavor. It is 92 proof, and he paid $75. But I could see that because the old charter, we had a plastic. Remember, we had a small one of that a long time ago.
Yeah,
It was with the yellow bottle and stuff like that. But they sell on the secondary from $200 to $300, and because it's a Buffalo Trace product on there. So it is aged 12 years, which I do not get the age on it.
Mention that one.
Yeah.
You're not getting yolk out of it.
12 years at the Buffalo Trace Distillery. This bourbon is rich and sweet, drawing its characters from the barrels made of French oak. It does have the sweet oak. You know what I mean?
Finished?
Yeah. No, yeah, I guess. An oak that has long been used among the aging the world's finest wine. The tighter grain of French oak imparts a subtle flavor and a silkier texture than the American counterpart. The taste and notes from the website, which we never give any of them, for the French oak, described as having a nose of vanilla and hints of apricot, cherry, and rose petal. The palate is thick and creamy of maple syrup and oak flavor coming through. It really doesn't have that oak flavor to be
or maple
ultra
syrup,
aged.
bro.
No, a long finish of chocolate and toasted oak rounded out. So
yeah, I know.
Leave me a comment down below, Papa G, if you got any of them tasting notes. I got the Buffalo Trace.
I don't really get
sure.
any of the real nose notes that it gives you either.
No, and that's why I kept reading because I appreciate that he does send this.
You do a great job in giving us a breakdown of what it is, even with what the bottle looks like, because that helps for me if I'm shopping. But
this is almost it's switch. It was a fruity butterscotch in the beginning, but it's almost going into like a Starburst candy right now, and as it's just a little bit in my glass, like the cherry Starburst candy or something like that. You know what I mean? Or the lemon, like one of them. But again, this, like most Buffalo Trace products, and again, I'm not a Buffalo Trace hater. It's not our palate. We ooh and ah over the Brown Foreman.
We do
more than we do this because I think it's a better concentration of flavor.
It definitely hangs on longer.
These are very good. It's an easy drinker.
It's very much that.
It's just I really thought it was like a store pick of a Buffalo Trace. That's what it reminded me of. So at least I was in that realm.
Right.
So I feel good. And we actually nailed, we paid $75. So we were around the price tag too, where at least it's that's the sad part.
We didn't kill him.
No.
I said I'd like to be around 60. So
yeah,
you probably never see it at 60.
No.
Most likely see it at 100.
No.
But.
Yeah. So we did an old charter, but I think we paid like $17 for it, but it wasn't finished. You know what I mean? This is finished in the French oak. So, but again, a lot of the ones, like when I think of French oak, I'm thinking Maker's Mark 46, or I'm thinking Penelope, and I'm not getting that concentration or the stuff that I aged myself over in the French oak. It has a more of a concentration of the flavor. Like
we both said there's no real oak residue towards the end at all.
For being a 12-year, that's actually surprising that I can't taste. Even the Eagle Rares at the 10-year have more of an oaky presence usually, But overall, greatly appreciate this.
A lot cheaper.
And again, right? Yeah. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with us. Because
either way, thank you very much.
No, 100%. We appreciate everyone sending it in. And again, it's a good one. Just doesn't have that wow factor that some just do.
I agree.
So well, there you go. That's Subscriber Sample Saturday. Again, thank you for Papa G for sending this in. Thank everyone who has participated in this. And thank you. That's our review. Hope you enjoyed. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
It is.